Hello, everybody, and nice to see you again. Okay, today I'm going to talk about Hegel, or Hegel, whatever it should be pronounced. And I think Hegel is, to a lot of people, is difficult. But in difficulty, it's different case in the West and in China. And I watched quite a few videos from YouTube in the philosophy part related to Hegel. I found like five or six professors, or I think all of them have PhDs. But my feeling is, except one, and he didn't speak Hegel. He talked about fished shelling. I feel I'm impressed, very good. I feel, but he didn't talk about Hegel. But the other four, I feel they don't know what they're talking about Hegel. They just, I don't know, pretend to know or something. But anyway, that's what I feel. I don't know if that's a general situation in the West, but I know a lot of philosophical professionals here say we don't know Hegel, we don't talk about him, and I heard that saying too. And I think typical is Bertrand Russell, and he thinks the Hegel is the most singularly the most difficult person to talk about and to understand in his the history of Western philosophy. And another professor from his lectures in YouTube, John Searle, and the philosophy professor of Berkeley, he admits he doesn't know Hegel. Okay, but in the East, or from the perspective of China's academic fields, my feeling is when I talk to people in the creaders.net, and the ideas or the opinions are the same. They don't know Hegel, but they pretend to know Hegel. They will tell you Hegel is this, Hegel is that, Hegel is absurd, Hegel is stupid or something. But you cannot ask them, do you know Hegel? They just assume they know everything. That's the case. So that's a very funny part, and you feel that they lack of the so-called in the West intellectual honesty, and that's the case. And they don't have the spirit of pursuing truth. They don't deal with things honestly, and they don't even ask themselves what I'm talking about or something like that. So I feel that's bad part. And on the other hand, Hegel, because of the it is related to Marxism and related to communism, related to China, CCP, and Hegel is quite popular. Almost everybody knows in China. But just as Hegel says, and to be familiar is different from really know. So in Chinese we say 熟知并非真知. That means the same meaning, and so familiar doesn't count for anything. And a lot of things you are familiar with, but quite often it surprises you. For example, if you have a neighbor, he's a good guy, you know him for, let's say, for many years, and suddenly he committed a crime. He didn't have anything like that before, and not on the police radar. But it does happen like that, right? Like the recent couple of the Muslim couple, they just don't care about their daughter, leave it to her grandma, and they just started to take the machine gun and shoot people, right? So it's familiarity doesn't guarantee genuine knowledge. That genuine knowledge. That's the case. And I guess I have to admit the Hegel's wisdom here. All right. Uh, Today I'm talking about Hegel, and my topic is connecting the logical dots of philosophy history and how Hegel did it. All right, and that's my topic. And I wrote an outline, but I didn't put it in details, so I'm going to make up for this part. The direct purpose for me to talk about Hegel is that it's my understanding that if you don't understand Hegel, you cannot understand my instantology and absolutology. That's for sure. But understanding Hegel is just a necessary condition to understand my instantology and absolutology. Let me assure you of that. And Hegel is difficult enough. I compare Hegel's system with my instantology and absolutology as different voyages and in the West in history. And Hegel's system is something like Columbus' voyage. And he started from Spain, searching for India, go west, thinking he met already across the globe, landed in India, but actually he's not. He landed in America, and later on he find out it's only actually it's even 1/3 of the whole sea route, right? It's just so it's a pretty close, pretty near distance, right? Not very long. And another voyage is taken by Magellan, right? Magellan, I think, is Spanish priest or something. He passed the Hope. Is that the Cape of Hope? Down to the southern tip of Africa, and then passed there, made global voyage. But he himself was killed in Philippines. He got involved with a local tribal dispute and got killed. But his crew members successfully completed the sea voyage back to Spain. So that's a global voyage. And so, the point is, my instantology and absolutology is, in scope, is as big as the Magellan's voyage. While Hegel's system, and it's big, very big already to a lot of people, it's really, it's just Columbus' voyage. And you probably think I'm a sort of boasting or exaggerate the case. Well, I'm not out of my mind. And one day when you understand my system, you can be the judge if I'm telling the truth or not. Probably you'll agree with me if you are honest, I believe. And if you truly understand it, and that's the case. So, understanding Hegel is just one necessary condition to reach understanding of the instantology and the absolutology. And what are the other conditions? Well, I have to let you know I don't know what's a sufficient condition for that. I only know you have to know some Chinese or know some Oriental philosophy, like what's Buddhism, what's Hinduism, what's meditation, what do you do there, what's Chinese philosophy, it's like a Xuan Xue or something like that. Taoism doesn't help, Confucius doesn't help, and the other Lao Tzu stuff a little bit, not much. So this part is hard too for a lot of people, to know another language. On the other hand, and the language is not the only obstacle to overcome to know another philosophy. Because a few days ago, I really made a few remarks on the relationship of language with philosophy, as the music, the music notes to music, or the sound to music, the numbers to mathematics, and I made that comparison. Well, it's I think it's if I hopefully if I do GRE for the comparison analogy part, I can do better, but I don't know. Just fancy thinking. Uh, so that's my point is when you reach certain degree or re- have climbed high enough, you will feel there is something more than just language can express. So in other words, languages does not always the only vehicle to understand philosophy. Let me put it this way. We know language, according to my theory or my system, it's sort of like the form of thoughts. We have other forms, not only language. We have symbols, we have images, we have other things, pictures in our head. Oh, sorry.